Doom the Dark Ages is cooking. If you told me 5 years ago that I would have a medieval Doom before GTA 6, I would have said, wait, GTA 6 is actually coming out? Point is that it has never been a better time to be a Doom fan right now. Before we can go any further, however, we need to make two things clear. Firstly, this is not an in-depth look at the game. It's just me talking about a game that I love. And two, this video will have spoilers, obviously. So if you want to experience this game from God yourself, then you could do so now. Otherwise, let's drop in. To start, we got some of the best combat that I think I have ever seen out of this entire series. The flow of every battle feels amazing, and for the love of God, this shield is amazing. If anyone tells you that this game's combat is bad, just point them to this small-ass shield blocking weapons 5 times its size. This shield somehow defies all the laws of physics as if the Slayer wrote the laws himself. The enemies are just as cool, with many of them having incredibly unique designs, each with a mechanic that makes it so that you'll have to fight them each in a different flow, unless you've maxed out the chain shot, in which case you can just kind of lobotomize yourself and enter an autopilot, a parry, and then shoot. One of the most effective strategies, however. The new leader enemies also make things a little interesting as well, by making a high priority enemy, like a cyber demon or revenant, goddamn those, and making them invisible until the rest of Twitter's population is dead, so that you can 1v1 them. Both leaders and the reinforcement demons are amazing. In fact, the reinforcement demons are so amazing, I'm currently digging 12 feet graves for each one of them. And just to finish this part up, the way that id Software designs weapons needs to be learned by others, because dear God, they have these weapons down perfectly. We don't have an assault rifle, so how do we make one? Let's just take the skulls of our enemies and then crush them into pieces. Then have those shot at our enemies. How do we make this shield more interesting? Let's give it a chainsaw, then allow the Slayer to audition for the role of Captain America. We're gonna move on, but I want it known that id knows how to make good weapons. When it comes to story, we have another Hell invasion. What's new? Well, we have a Prince of Hell, decked out in red like he's trying to be part of the Star Wars universe. We have also learned that the Slayer is under the Maker's command because the power of a god is scary. Now, in today's episode of Who Found Out, we have this Titan. I'm gonna... This is Sparta. Get me out of here. Later on, we see this person, who I lovingly named Fat Fuck. Even further on, we get to ride a dragon, which is named Surette, by the way, and I am still upset at the fact that we do not have skins for it outside the premium edition. The Slayer seems to have an emotional attachment to this dragon, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. Most likely similar to his love for Daisy as well. Moving forward, again, we fought an Eldritch Horror, then gave that same Eldritch Horror a heart attack. We then die, become a zombie, take control of the ferryman's boat, then crash it through the gate of the afterlife. And on today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up, that's fucked up. Now that Eric Pertman is dealt with, it's time to face Prince Redress, and oh shit, I might actually die here. Oh, thank you, Sarat, for saving me. I'll be sure to get you a human limb when we get home. Oh. Man, I love problem solving. Unfortunately, our problem is still alive, and so I must try again. A few dead demons later, and we've made it to the final battle between a god and Prince Has-No-Dick with his side hoe. A small amount of gun violence and a proper death later, and the whiter-than-a-ghost prince is now at my mercy. I am unfamiliar with what the term mercy means. I only really had one issue with the game, and that was how the skins were done. Not that any of the skins were all that bad for the Slayer and the guns, just that there weren't that many. I mean, the only ones that you can find in the world are the Nightmare skins, and then the only unlockable ones are Reverend for the weapons for doing campaign challenges, and then the Conqueror skin. And then the Slayer has 2 that you can get through, or 3 that you can get through completing the game. 1 for completing it on any difficulty, and 2 for completing it on the 2 hardest difficulties. I wish there were more skins and whatnot that you could unlock in the world, or hell, even more skins for other things that you can unlock, like the fucking Atlan or Surratt. We actually have useless tabs at the moment. At least if you didn't buy the premium edition, these 2 tabs are completely useless to you. Regardless, it's not that big of an issue. Just I kind of wish there were just more skins in general for us to unlock. Regardless, though, Doom the Dark Ages is an amazing game and is well worth a playthrough. If you've ever wanted to get into Doom and just aren't really sure where to start when it comes to playing the games, start with Dark Ages. The accessibility settings allow for any experience you want, and as of writing this, I completed the campaign about 4 hours ago with 23 out of 28 achievements, with a total runtime of about 22 hours and 2 full deaths. So, pretty good. So that's all I got. So, I will be seeing you all in the next one. And remember, rip and tear, fellow Slayers. Rip and tear.